Of course, let's now cross to that very site in Ormonde and speak to our SABC News reporter Calvin Dludla, who is at the scene of the building collapse. Calvin, of course, this is one of, many tragedies that we've seen in this country as it relates to building collapse. In fact, I think it was Minister McPherson who said, in fact, it is the third collapse in as many months. Talk to us about what the latest is on the ground.
Good afternoon to you, Unati, and to our SABC viewers. Indeed, this is shocking. Even the minister responsible for public works in South Africa, McPherson, was shocked about this. When he arrived here, he was accompanied by his team, and then he was welcomed by the Premier of the province of Gauteng, Panyaza Lisufi, and the Deputy Mayor, Masugu. They took him inside that particular structure that has collapsed behind us. And when he came back, Unati came back and allowed us to ask questions, and he briefed us also saying that this is shocking, and he wants the owners, IMV World Construction Company, to come and account for this, because according to him, they have been trying by all means to communicate or contact or engage with the owners of this construction company, but unfortunately for now, their efforts have failed. But now, let me introduce the South African Police Service spokesperson, Col Dimakatso Nevhuhulwi. The reason why we are introducing the police at this particular stage, Unat, is that earlier we spoke to Olile Kumalo from the Johannesburg Emergency Services, who confirmed to SABC News that their work is done in here, telling me, saying, Calvin, no, our work is done here. What we will do, we will hand over to the South African Police Service so that they can take over on this issue. Let me introduce Col Dimakatso Nevhuhulwi. Thank you very much for your time. First thing first, EMS saying that they have handed over this building to the members of the South African Police Service in the province. Where to from here?
Thank you very much. Indeed, the EMS have handed over the scene to the South African Police Services. And moving on from here, the police will be opening a case, an inquest docket, with 9 counts, if we have already been confirmed that 9 people died from this particular incident. But I must also make it a point that to make it clear that although the scene has been handed over to the police, it has not been declared safe for them to go in as yet. So our LCRC, together with our detectives, will be working together in terms of investigating this particular crime scene. They will have to get a declaration from the safety officer that it is safe for them to go into the building, but they have not received it. But as I've already said, they will be investigating an inquest docket whereby they will be following up on all the information that they are receiving to ascertain the facts as to what led to this collapse of this building. And after the investigation has been completed, and as I already alluded, that they will also be working together with the City of Johannesburg, as there are also engineers that they will have to consult with, so to ascertain and to also to build a case docket that will have to be brought before the senior state prosecutor, who will then decide in terms to who are they charging and what will they be charged with. That is after the investigation is completed by the investigation team.
No imminent arrests expected?
No, there's not going to be an immediate arrest. Like I said, it's an inquest docket. An inquest docket, procedurally, there has to be procedurally, the facts has to be ascertained. That will form part of the investigation, where now our investigation team will have to build a docket that will have to be brought before the senior state prosecutor. And then that's when the senior state prosecutor will decide, based on what the investigation is bringing before the table, whether to charge and who are they charging with.
When the minister was addressing the media, he said he's asking the owner of this construction company to come forward. My question to him was, is he supposed to hand over himself? Who's responsible for looking or finding this particular construction owner? Because we have resources to find him or her.
From our side as the SAPS, like I said, with an inquest, we will be investigating and we'll be working together with different people. That will form part of our investigation as to also to ascertain who are the owners of this building, and they will also have to come forth, and our investigation team will also get their statement so that we can build a docket that can be brought before the SPP.
He also sent a message to residents or citizens that if they know anything with regard to the collapse of this building, they should communicate with the police. Your sentiments?
Us as the police, we always urge our communities to work together with the police in terms of fighting crime. So we are still saying that, we are still alluding to say, our public out there, please continue working together with the police in the fight against crime and report any criminal activities within your areas. They can be reported on the Crime Stop line, which is our 08600 10111, or on my SAPS app, which can be downloaded on any smartphone.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Unathi. That was Col Dimakatso Nevhuhulwi. She speaks for the South African Police Service in this province of Gauteng. We have been engaging with her because the Johannesburg Emergency Services did confirm that their work is done in this structure. Unathi, now they have handed over the structure to the SAPS in Gauteng. Now she's saying that they have opened an inquest and the investigation thereof will begin. But also, Unathi, she is urging citizens or anyone who might know more information on what transpired in here, Unathi, to communicate or reach out to the members of the South African Police Service. When we spoke to Olile Khumalo, who speaks from Johannesburg Emergency Services, she did confirm that yesterday they were working around the clock to make sure that they found people who are stuck inside that particular building and that rubble, to say, confirming that yesterday they did manage, Unathi, to find at least 6 people in the morning, and she confirmed that they came back at around 8, and she said yesterday they had to leave very late, Unathi, at around 9, and then they came back in the morning and they did manage to find at least 3 people. She confirmed that according to the inspectors from Johannesburg Emergency Services, no one, Unathi, is inside that building, saying that they have done a thorough search on that particular building, confirming that no one is inside. So we will try, as we normally do, Unathi, as journalists, to follow up and get updates on what is happening here. I've been told by my sources that those who died have been at the Soweto mortuary. Maybe we need to track and trace family members so that maybe we can get more information and their reaction on what transpired yesterday here.
All right, Calvin, let's leave it there for now. Thank you so much for that update. Calvin Dludla there for us.